You're hanging out with Abby and Ian playing some Pokemon Leaf Green. I think this is episode 8, but I stand to be corrected. And Archie the Corgi is awake while we are filming, so he wanted to say hi. He's pretty sure that everyone only comes to our house or watches videos he's in because he's here. So if you're willing to just pretend that you're here for him, it would make him really happy. What do you have to say, Archie?
Yes, I am the best thing, and everyone should bow before me. I am the Corgi Overlord. My tufts, my ears, they know all.
He's pretty cute. So he's around, and I also have Gray, the shepherd, on my lap. You'll occasionally hear him growling like Chewbacca, but he is being a diva and just wants to snuggle and does not want to sit up so you can see his cute face. So we've at least paid the dog tax with Archie. So Ian, I think we were going back to try to fight some people that we ran past the first time, and you were going to tell us the other 2 scuba diving stories.
For sure, because we were in that cave. Hold on, this looks like a person who would have some poison types, eh?
I think so.
You should be informed, Snarf. You need strategy to win at this.
You haven't seen our Thunderfolk playthrough, sir. This is no strategy.
Yeah.
This is easy. I could do this in my sleep.
Look at that.
Glenn
and your Grimer.
You don't know strategy until you played Thunderfolk, Glenn.
Yeah, Thunderfolk is like...
Kicking our butts. We're playing at the hardest level. I don't know if you've seen any of our episodes over there. But man, we lose a lot.
It would be very interesting if Pokemon had difficulty settings, and then maybe as a reward you had an increased chance of getting shinies.
Or a legendary, maybe?
Or yeah, a different legendary on a difficulty mode.
Yeah.
It would definitely incentivize people to replay the game.
Oh yeah, I like replayability. The problem with Pokemon is once you've sort of played through, unless you do like a Nuzlocke challenge or something, it's really hard to want to immediately play through again. You kind of have to wait a few years and play all the other Pokemon games and work your way back to it, which isn't the end of the world, but it could be better.
So Abby really wants me to tell her some more scuba diving stories. In the last episode, we got some young people here. Let's
What do you think, normal types?
Yeah, probably one of them will have a normal type. You know what we can do?
What can we do?
I don't know.
I thought you'd have a really good answer.
I don't.
Okay, that's fair.
So in the last episode, we were talking about the worst times. It was a weird question. It was like...
The darkest you've ever been.
When's the worst time you've been in the dark? Or something. Didn't make a ton of sense. But, I bet you a Thunder Punch.
I don't think anyone wants to be Thunder Punched.
Very few. So, I'm curious if he has enough special attack. Wow. Alakazam represent. So I had 3 scuba diving stories.
Nice.
And the second one is this. Double kick.
What a good story.
I'm so curious if double kick is a fighting move. Oh my goodness, it is. We're not going to take it, but that is so interesting. So another story is when I was in the Caribbean again. It might have been the same trip.
It's Gray.
It's like solo with Gray.
He has a lot of feelings.
Yeah. It might have been this. Are you very, very comfortable?
He sounds like Chewbacca, right? I'm sure you can hear him.
Yeah, we're sure you can hear him. He is well. This
is how he talks.
This is just who he is.
All day, all the time. You just hear that noise, and we don't know what's wrong with him. Probably nothing. The factory settings were defaulted.
Yeah. He's, he is sort of well adjusted, but...
He's a lovely, very good boy. He just has a lot of feelings that he shares via screams. But you know what? I can relate. Don't you also want sometimes just to scream into the void?
So we were diving pretty deep.
In the Caribbean.
On something called a blue hole. Now, a blue hole is a hole at the bottom of the sea. Now, I didn't know these existed until I saw the blue hole. So we were down about, I don't remember distances that well. It was pretty deep. I think 40 feet-ish.
Is it blue?
The hole, yeah, when you peer in it, the color is kind of blue. And then well, the thing is, when you get down a certain distance in the water, you start to lose colors.
Mm.
And the first color you lose, I'm pretty sure, is red, I want to say. Yes, I think red. Don't quote me. But I think wavelengths have trouble getting through water differently than air. And so I think the hole is blue because basically blue is like the last kind of
Is it the longest or the shortest? I think red is the shortest wavelength and blue is the longest. Maybe?
I believe you're right.
Well, I guess violet would be the longest, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, because ultraviolet's on one side. I think that's a long wavelength. And I think infrared is a short wavelength, and that's on the other side. Anyway, listen, we don't research this stuff before we start talking about it, okay? That is...
We're just talking.
I'm pretty sure blue is long because that's what's left when you cut out all the other colors. So when you go down a certain amount of feet, everything kind of looks blue. And this hole looked blue. I can confirm, hole was blue. And even colorblind Ian was like, I think this is blue. Literally no other colors left. It was perfect for me. I couldn't lose. I couldn't get this multiple choice questionnaire wrong. So anyway, yeah, the bottom of the sea, it was like a sandy kind of desert almost, and then there was this blue hole. And it was like sort of like an apartment building sized hole. You could probably fit an apartment building in it, and when you peered over the edge of it, there was just some kind of like little fish kind of swimming around the edge, but like nothing really.
How deep was it?
Couldn't see the bottom.
That's terrifying.
Could not see the bottom. Anyway, so that was sort of the activity for the dive, was just to kind of like examine the blue hole. So fine, we did that. I was like, what's over here? And I thought, I wasn't as amazed with the blue hole as some of the other divers. So I was like, let's see what we got over on the other side of the blue hole. So I swam over the blue hole. By the way, being 40 feet down and then swimming over like a ledge and looking down and seeing nothing, it was very strange. Because you kind of felt like you were going to fall.
Oh, yeah.
It was very strange.
I would be terrified. I don't do heights well.
It was very strange. We have a lot of meowths going on here. Probably should save my psychic for... Let's let someone else go in here. Will it give me the option to change? Yes, I will. Oh.
Fight the ratata!
Go for it. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. Looks just like our dog Gray. Yes, you.
Looks like you.
Kind of looks like you, if we're honest with ourselves.
Just grinning at us.
Anyway, so I proceeded to the other side of the hole, and now I'm like pretty far away from the group, which you're not supposed to be. And then the shark shows up. Big old shark. Now, a lot of people think sharks are dangerous to divers, and they are not. They really don't know what you are, and they really don't care. This is my experience with sharks. I have swam with, or dove with, dozens probably, and probably hundreds, just because they're everywhere down there.
What kind of shark was it? Or a group of shark?
I think, if memory serves, it was a black or white tipped reef shark.
If I knew about sharks, that might mean something, but maybe you know what that means.
Everything looks bigger underwater. Everything looks 30% bigger. So it looked like it was like big, but it was probably only 12 feet long or 10 feet long or whatever.
You know, those small 10-foot long sharks, barely worth a glance, could eat your Uncle Joe in one bite. Those small, insignificant sharks.
Very small. And I'm pretty sure reef sharks have never killed anybody. Black tip, definitely not. I think the white tip Atlantic shark has killed sailors that fall out of their boats.
Doing a quick Google.
But I think black tipped reef sharks are just fine. Also might have been a nurse shark. To be honest, I was much better at identifying sharks back when I was hanging out with them.
There are no documented deaths attributed to the black tip reef
Yeah,
shark.
it kind of looked like that.
I'm going to Google the white tip. Did it actually have a white tip as opposed to a black tip?
I don't remember. Colors are all messed
Are
up.
rarely fatal.
Colors are all messed up down there, and I don't remember. Oh, Meowth has an item.
You know what? I'm not going to show you my phone because I feel like it'll be too small. But basically, it just looks like a regular shark.
Mm-hmm.
But the top of its fin either has sort of a stripe of black paint or a stripe of white paint on it. And it's actually kind of cute. And now I low-key want to make friends with these sharks. Because apparently they will not eat me. Which is nice, although I will not go 40 feet or meters or whatever under the sea. 40 leagues?
So, the shark was not the issue. The issue was that there was nothing else around because there was a desert with a hole in it, and I was bored and young. I was like 13 or 14 or 12 or whatever I was. And so I decided to grab the shark's tail. Now, sharks don't want to be grabbed by the tail.
You grabbed a shark's tail?
No, this is what I wanted to achieve. But the shark, seeing me like come towards it underwater, just sort of swam away. But slowly, like it wasn't worried. But I was like, I want to see what this shark's tail feels like. I'm going to do it. Maybe it will pull me. So after the shark, I went. Because I kind of vaguely knew that they weren't dangerous. And again, bored.
How is you alive?
So this was the problem, was that the shark kept swimming away at like a slow speed for a shark, but a quick speed for
A human?
a bingy. And so I chased it just for so long. And in the underwater world, you don't really notice if you're going fast or slow or like, I don't know. I felt that the kind of like time moved differently. Anyway, by the time I had like realized where I was still following the shark, like into the middle of the ocean, trying to grab it. It was just like slowly going. I was like, and I was kind of running. I probably shouldn't have used.
I think it was telling you need help.
Yeah.
Should probably pay for therapy.
So, long story short, I don't remember how far away I got from the group, but it was pretty far. I don't know if I hit an underwater current or this shark was just moving at a shark-like speed and I was pursuing it. And there were no features to like see how fast you were going. It was just a desert, so the ground just passed.
Actually, that's an interesting concept. If everything looked exactly the same, that would be really weird to try to gauge time and distance.
Yeah, and I, again, 12 or 13, and
Apparently very stupid.
not that bright. So the end of this story is the only reason I kind of stopped is I heard a sound from the instructor. Now, based on our last, wow, they're really lining us up with some electric types here.
They warned you. Why didn't you change? Because you were just confident.
I was talking and I don't know.
Well, you're still winning, so that's...
Thunderbolt the Jolteon. That is by far the superior move, right?
You mean the monster?
Or, yeah. Whoops. Okay, Magnemite. Let's switch out. We'd have a solution for Magnemite.
I really thought you picked the water guy. Oh, no, not the water guy, sorry.
Charmeleon would be fine, too. Fire guy would have been fine.
In my head, I was like, the water will crush the electricity. And then my brain started working again. It's been a long day.
Yeah, we've had a long day. So the end of the story is that I heard a certain sound that brought me back to reality and caused me to stop swimming away to God knows where. Can you hypothesize what the sound was?
It was probably the metal rod on the tank of the instructor going, hey, someone's missing. Where the yiff did this kid go?
Yeah.
I'm going to get super fired if he's dead.
So that's pretty well, yeah, she hasn't heard the story, but that is the end of it.
So did you get back to, how did the group find you?
I just kept going towards the sound. Because, yeah, I guess at one point the instructor, and I guess they thought I had fallen into the blue hole. So they were like kind of looking around. And yeah, I guess the instructor had been not looking, or I had left too fast, and he had looked up and was missing a diver, his youngest one. And I was like, oh. So I did the right thing. He just banged away at his tank, and I can't remember how long it took me to get back, but I did. And I won the bike.
I think that's a noble quest.
So that was another story about... Yes, here. I think that was vaguely dangerous. It could have ended badly, not because of the shark. The shark was fine.
Well, if you'd have grabbed its tail, isn't there a chance, like any wild animal, it could have turned around and tried to snap at you to make you let go of its tail?
Oh, we had the bike. I was never going to get its tail.
But hath that not occurred to you? I think you have to set it in the bag. You have to make it a fast feature or whatever.
I don't think it would have let me. I think it would have just flicked it, and I would have stopped. I don't think it would have. It would have just probably like if he felt me touch it, he would have just pumped his tail, and I would have.
I hope
Would have
so.
left. I don't think they're dangerous. They're pretty patient. So, yeah, I was following him for ages. I still remember now seeing his body. They move kind of like a snake underwater. They kind of just like undulate. He was just chilling, and his eyes were at the side of his head, so he was like kind of watching me in the rearview mirror there. It was a good time.
He's probably trying to bring you to his friends to be like, you won't believe this.
Oh, he was bringing me to the fish are friends, not food. Shark Tale meeting.
Such a good movie. It's Finding Nemo, by the way.
Finding Nemo.
Shark Tale is also a great movie. Fish-related movies, surprisingly strong. It's also weird. You don't love snakes, but it's weird that you would pursue the water snake when you dislike being near the land snake.
I did we already get the tea? I can't remember.
I could not. We did not.
Did not get the tea.
Their little Pokemon pixels are so cute. Okay, and then what's the third one? Have I heard the third one? Because I'm starting to wonder if you haven't told me these, so I don't have nightmares.
Let us think. We can do the game corner.
That's fun. Maybe we can. I think we established in Fire Red that there. Oh, do we have the coin pouch?
We do.
Okay. I think we established in Fire Red. I'm having flashbacks to Fire Red. I'm trying to just decide what is a memory and what is something we have to do.
I'm grabbing this poster. See? Go away or else.
We established that gambling is not good and it's faster just to pay money to buy coins to get the Pokemon at the gaming center.
Yes, and now we know how to actually farm money very easily in this game.
Allegedly.
Via the Versus Seeker.
Mm.
I did figure out that trick.
Nice.
Look at that. Special attack +3. This is a powerful Charmeleon. And this Zubat is...
Not having a good day.
a Zubat.
This is a Zubat. It's a Zubat.
What's the third story? The third one's a bit shorter. So, one time, I was out in British Columbia, the westernmost province of Canada. Team Rocket Hideout might get discovered. I better open it up for you and tell the boss.
I like that there's a corner pulled down on the poster to sort of indicate that maybe you should look behind it in case you weren't smart enough that he was just staring at the poster to go check on it.
Yeah, they super animated that.
They're really... It's sort of like when Gary said, Yar. Oh, how did you do that?
I remember that from the last playthrough. Now, I think we want to get the key first.
Yeah, you said that last time, and it was a really smart move. I mean, I'm not against you fighting some people. You can fight people if you need to.
Oh yeah, let's fight this guy.
Here, Bob. And Bob said you can see ghosts with the self-scope, see?
Oh yeah, we need that so we can do the Cubone layer.
We do. They force you to decimate the Team Rocket ranks not once.
Not twice.
Not twice.
Thrice?
No, twice. You were right. I mean, unless you count the gym. But the gym with Giovanni as the gym leader doesn't have Team Rocket members, just him.
I feel so lied to. Giovanni does not have a Persian in this game at all that he fights with. How dare he? How dare he? It is the most Giovanni thing. In The Godfather, the actor whose name I do not know, but apparently he was a nice guy, according to the internet, there was a cat just wandering around on the set, and he liked cats. So he let the cat jumped up in his lap, and he just pet it. And when the director wanted to shoot the scene, he refused to move the cat because he's like, this is a great cat. It wants to snuggle. We don't move cats. He understood the assignment. You don't move a cat. You just pet the cat. So that became one of the most iconic scenes in film history. Giovanni is that scene. Where is his Persian? How dare he? He didn't get the assignment. I'm just mad.
She is mad. If you can't tell, it
Furious.
is a palpable aura I am basking in.
Pretty good.
Let me quench that fire with the tail of the sea.
That's pretty good. That's a good transition, too.
That's good, eh?
Yes, 10 on it. You get a point for that.
Segway. I majored in segways in college. So anyway, this is tricky.
But there's a Pokeball.
So in British Columbia, you were diving in not the Caribbean, nay, but which ocean, Abby, would you be scuba diving?
Don't ask me about oceans.
She is not interested in oceans. It is the Pacific Ocean. And I'm going to get this too. Haha. Oh, it contains taunt.
Good.
It would be useful. So I vaguely remember we have to kind of make it through here.
That seems good.
Now, we did undertake to get any items we could see.
Yes, and when you missed the Pokeball the first time, I almost exploded.
Move here.
I was like,
Oh, this is an endless.
you went the wrong way,
This is
Sam.
an endless loop. This is going to take me there no matter what. It's embarrassing, but I have to focus for a second. Let's go here. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing this over and over again. And here.
I remember we initially said it wasn't that hard.
Well, it's not, but if you just randomly, I think if you just randomly, okay, I think we go here.
That seems good.
There's a guy.
Oh yeah, is he in a weird hallway or something?
Yeah, it's not here. I mean, we'll fight these guys while we're here.
Yeah, might as well.
Anyway, in the Pacific, where we were, it was like 10 degrees Celsius in the ocean. This ocean sucks. This whole ocean I am not impressed by. I like the Caribbean. Pacific, I wasn't so impressed by. And anyway, so we were in this marine biology course. Yes.
For the Navy?
Nope. This was just for a summer camp that my parents were like, you can scuba dive. You meet the qualifications for this marine biology course. You will now go live for several weeks in this like shack, and you will learn about marine biology. And I think it would have counted for a credit had I gotten better marks. I think it was like I don't know if it was high school. Yeah, it was a high school equivalency course that you could use. But again, I did so badly at it that we didn't apply it because it would have destroyed my average.
Was this the one where you were supposed to bring back for an assignment a creature of the sea, and you were determined to find some cool creature, and it didn't?
Wait! Don't.
Is that this?
This is the story.
Oh, okay.
She's heard the story. Well, then I'll make it very quick. Ah, what is this? I fire blast you. Overkill, yes. Rage, yes.
Worth? Yes.
Much worth.
Okay.
So, long story short, yes, I was in this marine biology camp, and most days we would go. Did I come up from there? Yeah, I must have. This is a weird room. Intruder alert. See? And so one of the days we had to go and collect a sea creature for show and tell, because on the end of this pier there was this building with all kinds of water buckets in it, like water habitats. So if you captured something alive, you could bring it back and home it in this building until you did your presentation on it. I don't know if they do stuff like this anymore. I don't think so. This was after the turn of the millennia, basically.
How old were you?
I think it was grade 9, so it would have been 12, maybe my grade 9, 10 year. So I was 12 or 13.
Most people are 14, 15, but you must have been an overachiever.
I skipped kindergarten.
Did you?
Wow, junior kindergarten. Or senior kindergarten. Maybe I just skipped kindergarten altogether. That's my folks.
Oh.
Anywho, something was missed in my formative years.
That's saying something.
That is obvious. Now, senior kindergarten?
Either way, you skipped something.
Junior kindergarten.
You were very young.
I was young. Let's get our friend. Who's the lowest level? No, don't fly. You're gonna hit your head. Okay, so this isn't the way, unless there's something here.
We could probably take the elevator?
No, it's locked until we get the key
Oh.
of Keen. So we're looking for another. There's another maze somewhere. Ah,
I mean, this seems good.
this seems maze-like, right?
Yeah, it seems super maze-like.
First. Ooh,
That's juicy.
Rare candy. The thing about rare candies is you never really end up using them.
Yeah, I always hoard them, but I do, if I get to level 90 with a Pokemon, I'm willing to use them. That is my one exception.
I'm stuck in a loop.
That was great.
I'm stuck. Okay, hold on. Let me focus. This is not for the faint of heart. There are 4 options. Good day, sir. Anyway, so they took us out in the boat, they dropped us off, and a lot of people were getting sea cucumbers and starfish, and I think that was the point of the exercise. But I saw this baby moray eel in this really tall kelp. And I knew it was a moray eel because it looked like a moray eel. If you've ever seen The Little Mermaid, Flotsam and Jetsam are based off of moray eels. I'm pretty sure. But that's what they look like. They have this huge, like, hooked under bite jaw, and they got real mean eyes. And this one was yellow, a little tiny yellow one. And I was like, there is no way me and my grab bag cannot overcome this moray eel, and plus, I will get brownie points for capturing a cool species. It was like a Pokemon. We were basically out on a Pokemon mission, and everyone else was catching like Pidgeys and Rattatas, and I just found like an Abra, and I was like, I'm catching this Abra. So anyway, it's not a great story because it doesn't end with anything exciting. I tried desperately to catch this eel, but the thing was like it was basically a snake, and it didn't bite me or anything. And I think that's only luck on my part, and because it was young. It did have teeth. I remember seeing the little tiny teeth. But, man, I was just like thrashing at this giant kelp for many minutes, and it would just like move one way or like move the other way. And I was like trying to snatch it. So I think if anybody was looking at me, it looked like I was boxing the giant kelp. But in fact, I was trying to get high marks on my project. Anyway, I didn't catch it. I think I ended up with a really big crab. And I was like, this is good. The crabby. Crabby seems good.
That reminded me. So we recently saw a news article. I know I'm so fun, news article about eel farming in Japan and also in Canada, and how there was issues of exporting and importing. So apparently the moray eel. Oh, great!
I dropped the lift key. See?
In case you weren't tempted to pick up the Pokeball.
Can you imagine if you just like left it?
Yeah. And apparently ribbon eels are baby eels, and they're sort of translucent. But by the time an eel gets a color, it's at least 10 years old.
Mm.
So it might have been small, but if it was a color, it was likely many years old. So you were fighting an adolescent, probably your age eel.
Nice. That's why it was equally confused. It was doing its marine biology course, and the marine biology course for the eels are like, don't get caught by this human, but study it. Study a little bit. So it was like trying to take notes on me. Like,
So what did you turn in?
a big crab, I think.
Big crab.
I honestly...
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember... I think it was crab. Yeah, I think it was a crab.
It was cool.
But anyway, so... that's the story of scuba diving. And again, that last one doesn't really go anywhere. But it would have been much cooler if I had caught the eel. If I could have caught that eel, that would have been off the chain.
That's cool. It's frustration, and it's half hidden to make you frustrated trying to find it. That's very funny.
That is very fun.
Pokemon developers get 1 point. I have to say, I think it is kind of funny to picture you fighting a tiny eel, but at the same time, I expect nothing less.
Yeah, so, okay, give me a second. Is this, I can't remember if this is the right floor. We want to go back through here to get to the...
Oh yeah, the back secret thing.
Yeah, now that we have the key.
Yeah, I think you want to go down there.
I'm worried this is where this came from. Okay. Okay, so we need to go up 1 floor.
Okay.
I got turned around. I got turned around like the eel. Already fought him. Oh no, that's where we wanted to... Wait.
It's unclear.
No,
Everything is
this is where we
confusing.
want to go. Okay, I got it now.
That's great.
All right, let's get to the... That'll be a good spot to maybe...
Take pause.
Take pause, as they say.
As no one say.
No, as no one say, but they should say. Look at this. Land speed record.
Nice.
So I think we're going to find Giovanni. I'm guessing he's on the 4th floor. I want to say yes.
I feel like there's so many staircases. I have a hard time believing there's only 4 floors. Okay.
This is definitely the enemy. So we're going to bust out... Yeah, we'll leave Aerodactyl in front. I know you. You'll ruin our plans at Mount Moon, Jane.
That was totally us. He is right. Good memory, sir.
The mighty Sand Shrew.
so cute.
So cute.
It's a sentient brick wall. I know what it's meant to be, but it is a brick wall. It is made of bricks. You can't convince me otherwise. That is the pattern on this andrew. It's bricks. I have to say, your scuba diving stories reinforce what I know of you to be true, which is I can't really let you be bored or you start causing shenanigans. And then I have to somehow adapt.
Oh, do you want a bonus scuba diving story?
Yes.
Okay, this one's on the house. So remember that night dive in... Oh, this is not going to kill.
It's going to be okay.
This is not going to kill. Let's get a war turtle.
Yeah, the terrifying night dive where you almost killed yourself and a coral reef.
Yes.
Yes.
So in that night dive, we had glow sticks attached to our scuba tanks. And I think maybe we had one around our wrist. It was like a rave, basically.
Trying to party with the fish?
Well, it was the craziest dive because you have to do... It was almost like Boy Scouts because we had to achieve certain things.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to switch to Portal
I think that's smart.
and grab the old...
Amulet. Aw, little berry. That's so cute.
How can you not see that
Beauty of evil.
bit of evil? Nice. These guys are committed. So, for example, our night dive was a night dive. It was also our 40-foot dive, deep sea dive, and it was our orientation dive. So we had to, when we were underwater, orient, with a compass.
Oh, I thought you meant orientation, as in this is the first dive you did to orient you to the program. Welcome to scuba diving. Go!
No, we had to, swim east for 50 fin kicks or whatever, and then north, and, it was so... But that's the way it was because you only had so many dives, and you had lots of, chiefs to get. Lots of quests. Anyway, so there were periods of time where we were just waiting for other divers to, do their orientation. So you were just kind of sitting at the bottom. You're supposed to kind of hover. I would just sit down on the ground. I was like, this is fine. And so anyway, I was sitting there, contemplating the darkness and my immortality, I assume. And because you couldn't see up, right? Because it was night.
Mm.
So there was nothing above you. You couldn't see anything anywhere else. Super dark. And lo and behold, out of the aura of light cast by the glow stick comes a shark. Little shark, not big, but probably reef sharks again. Maybe 6 feet. First I thought maybe this was my nightmare fuel. I was like, this is obviously a nightmare. A shark is not slowly swimming towards me out of the night. I must say, I'm impressed you got here. The Team Rocket captures Pokemon all over the world.
And I also just noticed our microphones are all turned on, so I have no idea what sound quality we're getting from this video, but if I posted it, I apologize that it's not the same as our normal videos. Because... Whoops.
They're important tools to keep our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of... My howl attracted Archie. So out comes the shark. By the way, he leads with an Onyx. We have a War Turtle, so this is going to be a pretty easy battle. I think all his Pokemon are ground type. And one is Kangaskhan, which is a normal type, but I still think Surf will be pretty good. So our shark swims out. And swims closer, and swims closer, and swims closer. And I was like, I'm sitting cross-legged on the ocean floor. I'm not going to move. That's going to, provoke it to attack, methinks. So it's just it'll go. It'll pass by. No. The shark gets closer and closer until it's probably about 5 inches away from my face. Its face, my face, 5 inches. Maybe less. Super close. And just sort of hovers there. And his tail, I remember seeing his tail kind of slowly doing something, keeping it in place. Wait, hold on. Should I be focusing here? Why are we dying?
I don't know, I'm kind of invested in the whole shark story. I have not heard this one either. Ian doesn't tell me the ones that will make me sad. Until now, apparently. Oh yeah, we won against Giovanni.
Oh, we won. I see that you raised your Pokemon with utmost care.
No, he was a gangster. A child like you.
A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside. this time.
I didn't even move your
Capiche?
shoulder.
I hope we meet again. Maybe. I gotta go see my familia.
Okay, so quickly, what happened with the shark?
No. Tune in next time
Wow, cliffhanger.
to hear more about the shark. We did get a self scope. We're going to find an escape rope in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. It does say 5 hours and 24 minutes, but often we leave the game running when we're not filming, and that is
That is a
probably
mistake.
why.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day.